Hello, everybody. Welcome back
Welcome.
to the Break the Spell podcast, aka BTS podcast.
BTS.
BTS. Like I feel like we're doing an ad read for ourselves. That's the ad read we do is going to be for ourselves, not going to be for some sprocket or thingamabob.
That's right.
Unless it's our thingamabob.
Right.
Or sprocket.
Or unless you are like offering something that we truly believe in or utilize ourselves and happen to believe in enough to have a shout out about.
And we'll keep that transparent. We'll let you know if that happens, if that does come up, if we do get a big producer. And that's what this show's all about. We are a value for value podcast, so we're running on basically time, talent, and treasure. What does that mean, babe?
It means
time.
That yes, your time.
What does time mean?
You moderators that come in here every live and help keep everything going and like shut down those that need to be shut down and like bring in those that need to be brought in. That's your time. Helping us to
sharing
sharing it
and leaving a little bit of something on your share. Like when you share, you leave a little bit of a comment.
That is your time.
That takes time. Yeah,
and it does take time, and we appreciate that because time is precious. Talent. If you have an idea,
what can you add to the show? Right? What can you?
Do you have a concept? Do you have a? I mean, and look, you don't have to go live if you don't want to go live. Maybe you just have this concept and you have the like means to prove this concept or whatever, and you present it to us and we can present that, right? Like or maybe you want to come on and state your case, and that's fine too. That's the talent, the ideas, the creativity. I mean, maybe you know how to put together, like maybe you go, hey guys, look, I could put down your thumbnails for you because I'm a thumbnail person, right? Like
Or I can make clips from the
whatever,
video and
right,
share it out.
like
Yeah.
whatever type of time and talent that you are willing to offer, we are grateful for.
And then there's the other one, which is treasure.
Yes. And treasure, we all know what that means. That means monetary means. Well, what does monetary means mean? That means whether it's $1, whether it is $10, $15, $20, it doesn't matter.
$1,000, $2,000.
At some point in time,
50,000.
we will get
Who
together
knows
a
where it
crypto point to get that put together as well. Like, you know, we want to be able to, we want all our tentacles out there, right?
Yeah, the treasure is those that can add and those that can add value to the show will add value to the show.
That's right.
And there already are some, I think, Teresa Dalton.
Yep.
Anthony Lewis. Christy Lewandowski.
Yes.
Kathy Graves. We said it. Like, don't leave her out.
Well, I was gonna add Christy as well, but I was letting you talk, and then
But yeah, if you would like to donate, if you'd like to leave something of value for the show, check out my link tree. It's up there on my as our name, I guess, but it's linktr.ee/psychic shaman 333. Damn, that sounds, that rhymes. That all works together.
It does.
As long as it does work together.
That's right.
And trust me, I thought about that. So tonight we don't even really have a topic other than AMA. Ask us anything.
Yep.
Have a chat. Let's talk about things, and wherever that conversation goes, it goes.
That's right.
Tonight is going to be just ripping, and probably every Friday night that we go, it is going to be just ripping and talking about whatever we talk about, whatever comes up in comments, whatever, you know, we don't have anything planned. It's just whatever comes up. So we've got Kathy Graves in here, Christy Barker, and no reception. Uh-oh. How are you guys here? Are you guys hearing us right?
Hello,
properly?
Tina. Christy.
Teresa's here. Teresa Dalton. Tina's here.
You're getting way more comments.
Danielle
than me.
Suaze. Oh, you must be being blocked from comments.
Oh, dude, let me tell you, it's been so frustrating lately.
But you are a moderator of mine.
I mean, and that's what's frustrating is because I am trying to
They don't want us to know. They don't want people to know what I got to give out. They don't want people to know what we have to give out.
Dude, they've been blocking me since before they started blocking you. I think because I'm what they would consider a troll.
Hello, Tracy Michelle.
Because I'm not paying for things. I'm trying to utilize all these aspects. I'm selling something that's actually of use, and I'm not paying them. Therefore, I get blocked a lot.
Yeah, it happens. You got blocked, Mikkel. That's my daughter. Norma, I've called you 2 different names today. One was the ex, which was not good.
Yeah.
But she took it pretty well.
It's the second time he's done it. In what, 15 years? I think.
But it's not like, I never refer to it as like, you know,
right,
because she's on my mind all the time. No, it's just
he's going through something. He's dealing with something, and he's also
what the fuck are you talking about?
Like,
don't make it more deep than it is.
It is.
It wasn't that.
Like, you're trying to, like, you're like thinking of me, but you're going through this process with them.
Is that what it is?
And you accidentally, you inadvertently.
I mean, I think it's more simple than that. I think you're reading too much into it.
Okay, you're having a conversation. You're trying to explain this thing, but I'm right next to you. And you accidentally, when trying to talk to the one next to you, but you're dealing with this thing, mention that name. No. However petty or little or whatever you want to put it, it's basically, you're thinking about one person, but you're dealing with another person.
Yeah, okay, I get that. I agree.
Okay. And when you're conversating or letting it out, when you're releasing, there can be those moments when, though you're thinking about this person or you're feeling that person's next to you, but you're dealing with this person,
right?
You can mix up the identity.
Yeah.
That's why self-reflection is so important. Oh shit, wait, no, hang on. I just said that wrong.
Wait a minute, and that's what I'm doing. I'm reflecting on self.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't argue with it.
Right.
It's true. The way you put it down, like, I can't argue with it. But it's
I'm not
nothing,
taking it personally. I'm
Right.
not upset about it.
I know you're
Like,
not. That's why I'm with you.
whatever,
That's why we've been together for so long, because you don't take the dumb shit I say personally.
But yes, it is kind of
Sometimes.
deeper. It's the fact that you're feeling that presence,
Doesn't mean I don't have
or
plenty of
whatever.
wisdom to share. It just means,
Yes.
yeah, as much wisdom as I know, I say dumb shit sometimes.
Yep.
A lot.
Happens.
I'm like that savant Rain Man, fucking just knows how to channel and
I
tune
don't
in.
even know what to call
Very
me.
good at that.
I know that.
But you know, I'm somewhat like, what was his name in Rain Man?
Oh, dude, baby, I'll never watch that movie.
Ah, shit, what was it? Tom Cruise?
Well, yeah, I
And it
know,
was
like them.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, but they're like.
What was Dustin Hoffman's name in Rain Man?
I don't know, babe. I watched
Damn
it
it, it's a real easy name, like one of those normal names that they named to everybody.
Frank?
Like those kind of names.
Roger?
No, it wasn't
Ted?
Roger.
Anthony?
No, somebody knows in the
Caleb?
comments.
I don't fucking know. I'm from Utah. I'm starting to go with Utah names.
Raymond.
Raymond. Oh my God. Hello.
And his dad or his brother, I don't remember his brother's name, but he was the little brother. And Raymond was heavily autistic. He was very much on the spectrum. Like he was the spectrum. I mean, I'm not that bad. I'm not, I mean, I still can be coherent and, you know, I'm not afraid of, like, you know, if things don't go right completely all the time, I don't freak out. But yeah, like it's just it's something I've always had. Like there's plenty of people that are more intellectual than me, much smarter than me, but I just have a way of connecting, and it's just always been that way. I've always had a way of connecting, keeping one foot here and one foot on the other side. The other side in many other places, depending on where you want to go, but always keeping one foot here.
See, and I think I've always had this idea. I've always understood the others. Like I've had experiences from a young age, but at the same time, I always had a self-confidence issue, I was too I want to say too self-involved, period, right? Because it was that, I mean, it was self-esteem and it was whatever, but I was too worried about how others seen me. And I tried to make me.
You say how others seen me?
Yeah, I'm a redneck girl.
Saw me.
How they saw me.
Seen and saw. I mean, they mean the same thing, but
well, basically,
one sounds like you're fucking blowing out a goddamn jug. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then
I think
the other
I did
one
that
sounds
a few
like
times.
actually.
I think I had like good 2 lives that way, honey. Have you
as a
heard my
hillbilly,
mouth?
like a
Have
yeah, I
you
can
not
see that you go
seen the
barefoot
way I
everywhere.
talk?
You got the
not
robe. The
see
robe
that
you
I've
have
been a
on has
hillbilly a few
cigarette
times?
burns in it. Like how many are in there? I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, well, you know.
Let's keep counting. Come on,
babe,
don't cover it up.
them. I love them.
Why? Because your robe's terrible.
Well, it still keeps me warm. we still make our own cigarettes, so our cherries still fall off sometimes. And so if I ruin it anymore, I mean,
Look
it's
at
already
Nancy's
ruined,
coming on
right?
with question marks. What do the question marks mean? Like, what is this? What the fuck am I watching right now or listening to?
Right now, you're hearing.
You are hearing
Vicar,
the Break the Spell podcast, and you know what? Sometimes we just don't make sense. So,
right.
I mean, we're making sense, but
right.
We're losing it too.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that how it works?
Right.
I mean, that's how I've seen it work. As much as you learn, the more you learn, the more stupider you get.
The stupider. See, now who's sounding like a redneck now? Just kidding. Anyway,
that was
but
on
no,
purpose.
Baby, I know.
That was the delivery.
I definitely sound like a little southern fucking redneck bitch more often.
And you're not, dude. You're not.
You
were born in California, raised in Utah. Okay, let's call it just redneck or hick. How about that?
Okay.
There you go.
It's something.
Christy, hey Christy, we went on anyway.
Christy, I'm good to see you.
I was tired, but I got a second wind.
When we were going to hear from you, I thought you.
No, I knew we were. As soon as we went live, she knows when we go live. Plus, you share it.
Well, I know, but I was just getting worried because you said you were going to get your reading right after your doctor's appointment, and then we didn't hear from you. And I was.
Oh, you're trying to call it? She's not ready for a reading yet.
Oh no, I was just worried though. But I'm glad to see.
I'll give her a reading
so
when the right time. She'll get a reading. She knows that.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's not losing out. She'll get it.
Right, but my worry's gone now. I see she's here. She's talking to us. I love it.
Yeah, Rain Man was great. Raymond. I know. I told myself, don't try to take credit for what I already came up with. I remembered in my memory. I watched that movie
I only watched it once, and so
Just
that was
kidding.
like I'm like, of course, hello, it was Raymond. So y'all, thank you.
But that's, what would they call it back in our days? Like a lot of us that are listening, there's no kids in here that I see. I mean, there's 13 people listening.
Yeah.
So maybe, and if you're a kid, if you're under 18, you can't be here. You got to go. Just because I don't want your parents pissed off at me for sharing something.
Like, seriously.
You talked about the devil last night and Satan was sitting right next to them. You know how it works. So tonight's just like a free flow. We're not really doing anything with a point.
Right.
I mean, points,
we did want to talk about some things, but we don't have those things before us yet. So those are for future shows. What are you talking about? We were going to talk about the book.
Oh, the book. What book?
One Nation Under Black Man.
Yeah, but I mean, we're sharing that. But
what I'm saying is, we were talking about
we should sell that book. We should sell that book.
But because we don't have that before us yet, and we really anyway, but it's something that, so we kind of felt like we probably shouldn't talk about it yet because we don't actually have all those details yet. But I do know just from hearing her reporting, her voice, her explaining herself, her stories, her laying out everything I see when I read it.
And we're back.
Sorry about that.
That was the internet. Landed on the internet. It wasn't us.
Definitely not us. Anyway.
If you want to get the devil from underneath your bed, tell him you know that. Hey, hold on. Tell him you know the devil from Georgia. And you have a load of what's that squidgy black ready. Okay, I don't know what that means. You're speaking in Irish, dude. I don't get what you're saying. Squidgy black tea, right? An oolong.
So basically what you're saying is, come on, bitch. I got you.
Yeah, really. Like, have a drink with him, dude. He's not that scary. What's scary is our own inner thoughts and our own actions that we take from those inner thoughts. That's the scariest. I'm not afraid of the devil. I'm really not. I'm not afraid of God either. And they're real.
Oh, God is very.
But God is both of them. God created all of it. All of it. The darkness too. Like, if you know, that's counter space. If you're an artist, you know what counter space is, or the lack of space, or the void. Like, there's many ways to explain it. I just explained it religiously and artistically at the same time.
Even just
now, what you got to say?
Understanding your own human. How do you get beyond where you are?
Georgia.
What makes your life,
so good? Yeah, that song drags on too much.
You gotta find.
It's too slow for me.
There's always a challenge to get over, right? Like, if there's no challenges, if you've always your life has just always been so easy, you're looking for something. If your life has been so challenging, you just don't understand this. You got to understand experience comes from challenge.
This is what gives you the peace and what gives you the serenity. And once you've dealt with the devil, or you've dealt with the darkness, and you're not going to stop. Like, I beat it all. I'm done. Okay, so now I can just feel happy.
No, I did it.
Doesn't fucking work that way.
I was reborn. I'm good.
It doesn't work that way.
I accepted Jesus. Nope, nothing else I gotta do. Well then,
And
sorry
we're
about
back
that, guys. Holy
again.
cow.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being so patient. We have an internet problem. I'm sorry, but this is, Lake Elsinore has the worst internet I've ever dealt with.
Right.
It is terrible. Just to say that. I feel like I need to get that out.
Yeah, they could do better. But
Yeah, much better.
Not doing
it's
better.
Terrible. Maybe it's because we're too far away from the router, but
I mean, but here's the thing. Here's what I have to say about this. Here's what I have to say about this. A lot of this energy really comes from natural earth, like the earth. Okay. They've just learned how to harness it and sell it. And so, because we depend on that monetized, like, oh, he's got it together, we have to deal with the bullshit.
In a world of electric cars that aren't flying yet, which, I saw that when I was a kid. Come on. And for some reason, we don't have flying vehicles.
Just kidding.
I mean, Back to the Future showed you that. But for some reason, like, shouldn't that be a thing already? Because, when I was a kid, I always read Boy's Life. It was a magazine.
Right.
It was for Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts or whatever. I was a Cub Scout. I didn't quite make it to Weeblo. Like, that sounds really gay.
Oh, dude, I was
Weeblo. What is a Weeblo, dude? What do we do? What do we do? We blow? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to that point and they're all like plaid. They have like this plaid bandana, and I was like, okay.
I don't even know, dude.
I can't do this. I'm not gonna be a Weeblo.
I think what would happen, because I say it's my parents. I think one parent would put me into a program and another one would just, no, fuck this, right? Because I don't think I got past the names of these things before I was out of them, right? And so, yeah, my patterns were always, I started to do something and then I wasn't doing that anymore.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Talking about the whole, like, Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts.
Yeah, I was a Cub Scout. You weren't.
Like, understanding that just because, no, here's the thing. I would argue in my conscious mind, like my more aware mind, understands
I'm the best fucking brownie ever.
I was a brownie. I was this. I did that, right? Because somewhere in me, I like did activities and I had these titles for a moment. But when I start to really look on my life, I never got past the title. It's like I'd be enrolled in these programs and then suddenly I was no longer doing those things.
Meet Peter Coyle. He's a very creative person.
He really is.
Which makes him really weird.
Yes.
Which is cool.
Love his weirdness.
Yes, he's good. He's good at being weird. Because he allows his heart to be on his sleeve.
That's right.
He allows his creativity out. Like, no matter if it makes sense to you, it really doesn't matter to him because he's performing art.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, like the Kanye thing, and everybody go, "Oh my God, how dare him!
Right.
How dare he do it?"
Oh my God, do you not see the creativity in the net
He's
and
playing
Yahoo?
Performative art.
Holy shit.
Whether you like it or not, but his performative art was pretty smart because it got everybody like
awesome.
following
He had a Netanyahu.
He had a net
and Yahoo,
and then a Yahoo, like a drink.
And Netanyahu.
I think they're Yoo-hoos. I think that's what they're called, Yoo-hoos.
Yeah.
Netanyahu, which is funny. But he's making fun of a guy, Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu. This guy just totally takes out Palestinians. He's ordered just to take
genocide
over.
Of
they're just going to take over Palestinians.
And we all want to
the Palestinians still speak the language Aramaic, which is in Jesus' time. I hate to use that reference, and that,
but we need to, because that's what most people associate.
We all go to. It's like Jesus. Like, why do we do that?
Because it has been indoctrinated for the longest time. Many people were taken out, and when we were taken out, the people that were brought up with this ideology of Jesus.
Christianity, Islam. I'm sorry if I messed it up.
Islam gives it up to somebody else.
It's all a bunch of fucking controlled bullshit, really. I'm sorry if they get their feelings hurt, but
understand those lessons you get from it. Don't get me wrong. There's good in everything. There's bad in everything. It's understanding.
I mean, there's plenty of Jews that aren't. They're against all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're an anti-Semite. Like, they don't think that. They're like, I want to learn my religion.
Right.
And I'm cool with that. And there's Muslims that are the same way, and there's Christians that are the same way. But understand what structures you're learning under.
When
like
I
they're
wanna
already
go-
fucked up. They're corrupt. You're not
Yeah.
going to change them.
When I go digging into all the like tinfoil hat shit in my like life, I'm a German Jew with an O negative RH factor. So I'm like a
She really
lizard
holds on to that
man that's
RH
like
factor. Yes, she does. And you know what? I have seen her eyes change twice. I've seen her pupils turn into stars once, and then I saw her pupils turn to slits like a fucking reptile.
Okay, so let me just
No shit. I'm not lying.
So I'm saying it.
May God strike me down right now if I'm lying. Like
the point is understanding that those fixations can bring you issues, but understanding them and being able to take an outside perspective, outside understanding, right? A lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, mostly the systems that are happening these days consider me simply a stupid person that can't help me. I don't know what to do with you. You're thinking too much. You seem bright enough. You can learn,
dude. This is what you were told when you were.
Yes, but I'm trying to get to a point, babe. Please.
Indoctrinated into
exactly the point, right?
As a kid,
this is my point. So
you were a bad kid.
Well, whatever.
You were terrible.
Okay. Point is, those systems did me wrong, right?
They did me wrong. Should we sing a blues song right now? So do I need to write one?
They did me wrong. No, but what I'm trying to get people to understand is knowing the systems that you know and trying to play within them and understanding when to jump outside, because you know what? Look, I am not a stupid person. I am not dumb.
That's so out of tune.
I see a lot of things they don't see, but to be in the system, to get the assistance that maybe most people in my condition would get, but because of my views,
condition are you in?
We'll see. I'm self-healing all those. So, but what I'm saying, I did seek help for my physical ailments once upon a time ago.
I climbed to the top of a mountain. Dude, that Martin Luther King's about to
I fell into all those diagnoses. I got
fell
fibromyalgia.
All those diagnoses.
I got an arthritic back. I got scoliosis. I've got this going on. I got that going. I got IBS. I got this. I got that.
Why'd you have to tell them about IBS? Yes, she does have that very severely.
The point is, when you feed into all that, and I did for a long time because I was embarrassed. So I sought outer help. Like, can you help me like not have to deal with this publicly, right? And basically I was told I'm a stupid person.
Well, that's out of tune. I can't play the guitar, but I can play the harmonica.
And I remember all the way growing up too, how I was told it's kind of stupid, but I'm not, right? Like, because I just think different. I'm getting it. I'm reading. I'm writing. I'm doing everything everyone else is doing, but because I'm doing it different.
Yeah, there's a play the background music. Yeah, go ahead.
The world would call me dumb, and my dumbness made me feel like I'm now I'm getting into like a whole story, trying to make it a thing.
Like you're on a chain gang right
now. Anyway, what I'm saying is, we can all heal from everything, but we have to see the whole of it, the truth of it, right? When they say, I'm only giving you truth, I'm feeding you all truth, you have to see and understand that that truth is still coming from a perspective, unless they can outline it and assist you to go where you can get your own opinion.
She's singing a blues song right now. See it?
That's right, baby. Go find your roots.
Sounded really white right there.
Well, I always am.
You are definitely. No, when you're dancing, you're not white. You're like a black girl that tweaks, twerks, twikes, whatever the fuck that is.
A white girl with a good body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some rhythm. Still a white girl. Anyway.
So, anyway. I played that harmonica over your gripes.
You did. But they weren't gripes. I was trying to like.
But they weren't gripes.
I was actually trying to make a point. I have a lot of diagnoses. I have a lot of issues.
Diagnoses.
A lot of things that can be put into a box.
Diagnoses. That's. I think that's how you say
Okay,
it.
diagnoses. My point is beyond those diagnoses. I find myself stepping outside of it. Okay, you see this, really this, okay, this is just a dumb person. This is just someone that's just this. No, fuck you. Because I can still do this. If I want to do this, I just have to do it different, right? Obviously, if there's an actual issue here, to do it, I have to do something different. Not, I can't do it. Like, what does that mean, right? I've learned through the systems I grew up with, through the way I learned how to grow and get things that you need and whatever, blah. Through my...
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
Dude? You're talking about your strife you came
Well, yes, understanding that we all grew up in a certain ideology. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You gotta step beyond what you always were taught. Understand the issues and the things that are there to help you grow. But just because Mama said you can turn to this thing doesn't mean you can't.
They're getting all southern as I start playing this shit.
Yeah. Because that system Mama turned to told you was dumb.
Yep.
And here you are taking care of Mom. What you gonna do? But live for you. I love those morons that didn't get you.
Right shit. She started to get into it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Play me a rhythm, baby.
What do we got going on? We're reading the chats. Crystal King just got home from the hospital. What happened?
Oh, goodness.
What happened, Crystal?
Sun healing, love bubbles, no matter what. But what happened? What's going on? Been so many emergencies happening lately.
This is probably going to be a short one because we've got 5 people watching.
Yeah.
And I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. You're going to make me make some.
I'm going to make you make. I made something last night. So what are you talking about? You can make it this time.
Just kidding. We have reheats to heat up.
Oh, yeah, we do. From the taco shop. If you ever want to find Mexican tacos or whatever, Mexican food, be in California. It'll always be
oh,
there.
Dude, it is prevalent.
Yes.
I thought
y'all are being
Ogden
quiet in the chat. What's up? And we've only been going for 34 minutes, but I think
and we did say it was going to be a slightly shorter one this evening.
Yeah, it's going to be short and sweet. And if anybody wants to participate, that's what makes it longer. So that's right. I'm going to throw out the chat or the studio link. If anybody wants to join, let me know.
Yep.
If not, I'm not throwing it out. Simple as that.
Right. It's not hang out for those that don't want to hang out. Hang out. Let's talk. Yep. Anyway.
Mexican food, California.
Toss it out, dude. Is Christy gonna join us to see? I hope so, girlfriend. I was worried about you earlier.
She's not going anywhere, dude.
I know, like I knew that, but like I didn't hear from her, and I was like,
"That's what bad bitches do. They just, something happens to them. They're like, I'm gonna be the happening to this."
Yeah,
like,
I know it.
Fuck
I recognize that myself.
You're not gonna fucking take me down. I'm gonna take you down.
Point is, I wanted to hear.
Point is,
I'm glad
we're hearing from her right now.
That's right.
What'd Peter say?
My screen keeps going green. Oh, dude, isn't it weird how it's been doing that lately? Mine goes purple a
Facebook
lot
is broken,
and
bro.
blue.
Watch it on YouTube. It's
Oh,
much
it's
better.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, please, like everybody go to YouTube. Give me a like, subscribe. Go to YouTube.
And eventually we'll bring you somewhere.
Norma's
else,
looking at this
probably.
dab like she thinks she's gonna get some, but
Oh,
I'm not
fuck
giving
you.
her shit.
What? Mimi, baby, you being.
But she's got the dabs right now, so don't let her
because
fool
he's
you.
like fiending full of shit.
I'm gonna talk shit because that's
I'm
what
gonna
I
get
do. This is my
ahead.
podcast. I can do what I want to. There's no producers, right? I'm the producer of this show.
Right. So right now we're just being us.
You guys
Our
hear the
own
dabs?
bratty, lovey, like just smoky, do what we do ourselves.
We do what we do ourselves. Oh my god. You would definitely be good for fucking Disney.
Baby, I'm a kindergarten
or
teacher.
Nickelodeon.
I know. Why do you think I know?
Why do you think I can't do that on television?
I know.
I don't know.
Because I get all stuttery.
When you say I don't
and like,
know, you get slime.
Because I'm.
Does anybody remember that show? You can't do this on television. Can't do that on television. We have 4 in here. We had like 17 at one time, but we lose guests. I don't know why we're doing that. Why that's happened. I think it's just pickle ass people. Like, oh, this is not entertaining enough for me. There's not enough bells and whistles.
However, baby, I think that like a quarter of what I share gets shadow banned as well. So we need those organic.
There we go.
Shares.
Teresa's on YouTube.
You go over to YouTube.
You only see 2? I see 5 right now.
Where's my phone?
Speak up in comments if you're watching right now. Let us know. If you think we're full of shit,
anyway,
like, you can tell us that. It's okay.
Right?
Just as long as you integrate, engage.
And
engage,
hang on though. I would like to say, if I'm full of shit, pretty please tell me why and cite it. If it's simply your opinion,
I'm definitely full of shit.
That's great. Because I know I got a lot of opinion. It doesn't always match up to everything.
But
if I'm going to put my opinion out there, I'm going to like cite, okay, no, this is my opinion.
Nope. You're rude.
You are.
It's not rude. You've had a few drinks.
Yeah.
And you're chatty Cathy right now.
But I could totally shut my mouth also. So I'm in total self-control.
Go ahead. Let's see. See if you can do it. Because I'll riff the show. I don't care. You know, I don't have to have plans that are written down on a notebook. How's everybody doing out there? Aaron, why'd you yell my name? Cathy, why'd you yell my name? Right now, Norma is playing the silent game. She's looking at me like really, like, oh, you do it then. Don't say a word. Don't. I can handle this shit. I'll carry it on. We've only got a few more minutes anyway. Oh, it's 39 minutes, 40 minutes. Nancy has been trying to ask me a question. Well, what's the question? You got my attention. I always do it. It's my fault all the time. I'm cool with that. I don't give a shit. And I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. I'm just saying that's my stance, and I'm sticking to it. Norma's really trying to stay quiet in her state of consciousness, and it's funny to watch her. Is it dangerous to work with a mirror? I mean, I don't know. Do you need to put your makeup on sometimes?
Mirror was my first actually.
Oh, wait.
Therapy.
No, you're supposed to shush.
You shut up.
Oh, am I supposed to shut up? I told you she's not going to be able to last. Anyway. No, it's not dangerous. No, it's not. Unless that mirror like makes you work, like think about things. If it does, then it's working. It's supposed to do that. No, a mirror can help you actually see. I'm dinging the glass. Can help you see a lot of things the way they should be. Like, no, don't be afraid of a mirror. I'm telling you right now not to be afraid of Satan. And I'm not a Satan worshiper. I don't worship that dumbass. But I don't worship any organized or man-made religions either. Like that's stupid. I have a relationship with God. I don't have in the higher things, the things that are bigger than us. But no, I don't need that. I mean, I can visit them at their own fucking level, but as far as God, the singularity, the one that we spark from, it goes a lot deeper than we all think. You can't just get there right away because you have no understanding of that yet. You want to experience God? I don't think any of us have. And that's why the New Age movement's a bunch of bullshit, because they always talk about, we're going to the source. We're learning to unity. No, that's like bullshit with no experience. Because the more that you learn, the more that you know that you don't know shit. I mean, that's really it. But no, don't be afraid of a mirror. Which mirror to an obsidian? Okay, that's cool. Whatever. Like that doesn't matter how dark it. Like, does obsidian scare you? Does a mirror scare you? I think the mirror scares you because you're not willing to look at your certain parts of yourself. Norma, don't say anything. You promised. You vowed not to.
I did not vow shit.
Okay,
bitch.
well then just talk about it. Don't call me a bitch.
No, you said I could be quiet. I was being quiet, but don't say I vowed shit.
It was funny to watch you because you do that all the time. One time she was so pissed off at me and so prideful over words that she walked from Layton. Now Christy knows this. So does Teresa. To Ogden on the freeway, on the side of the freeway, dude. She made it all the way from Layton to the first Riverdale exit. No, it's just, yeah, there's a Roy exit, and then there's a Riverdale exit. She made it all the way to the Riverdale, or did they take you there? They saw you.
No, they took me to Riverdale.
From Riverdale, that's when they picked you up? Mm-hmm. The cops picked her up and they took her like to a gas station. I'm like, oh God. Like, I've been drinking. I can't go pick you up right now. And she came home like still saying that she wasn't wrong. I'm like, what do you mean you weren't wrong? You just walked from fucking Layton to Riverdale on the freeway.
Yep.
Just so I could say I'm not wrong. I'm like, where are we even going here?
I mean, you're like negating the whole like actual issue. But anyway.
Am I?
The
point is, I was very prideful at that moment.
Yes, I was prideful.
And I was really, because I tried to keep her in the car too. However, what we were doing is we were picking up weed. And, you know, my grandma had just died. My kids, I think it was both of them, really talk a lot of shit. And they were like egging her on. They were teasing her. That's what we do. We tease each other just to like trigger each other, because you should be triggered so you can learn and grow from it and grow strength from it. But no, she wasn't having it. She was going to leave. So after about 45 minutes of fighting with her, holding her back from just walking away, I went in to get the weed. And when I came back, it was like 5 minutes later, maybe 10. Because, you know, we're dealing with people that weren't very professional with dealing the weed. So I had to sit there and wait in front of a bunch of fucking 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. I think they were a little older than that. They were probably in their 20s, mid-20s. They acted like that. And then when I came back out, Norma was gone. It was a weird experience.
And I did.
And then she called me. Like, how the fuck did you even know to call me? Like, you did not have my number. She stormed off and acted like a fucking idiot. Yep.
I've done that more than once.
She's an idiot, but
that's my problem. However, look, I gain clarity in my aloneness. And unfortunately, it takes a place of me feeling overwhelmed or frustrated or what seemed or perceived as anger. to get there. The point is, I do like nature is my, however, yes, my ego, because I'm so self-conscious, so whatever, like, so I've dealt with a lot of things that made my ego really big to deal with, right? To pacify certain things, my ego grew, like, whatever. So yes, egotistical ideals did get in the way, but I will not dismiss the feel, because the feel is always correct. But the mindset of how you deal with that is egotistical.
Yeah, that's what gets you in trouble.
Yep.
So, where do we go from here?
Well, we understand that when we're processing things, that we have to really allow process to take happen.
To take happen?
Yep. To take place.
Hello, Ida Pizza.
Whatever.
Pizza. Pizzo.
Gotta work through every part of it
Pizzo.
so you can actually deal with it accordingly.
Yep.
Because you can deal with things, and for the moment, it may pacify it. It may feel like it's okay for the moment, but is it really okay?
Is it?
Right?
Right. You're not supposed to answer right.
But that's the whole thing. You got to ask yourself that. Is it really okay?
No.
Have I really dealt with it? Have I really acknowledged what's really happening right now? What actually makes me feel so overwhelmed right now? What makes me actually feel so defensive at this moment? Have I actually dealt with that thing?
Go ahead, sing it.
It's an online therapy session. That really is the truth. I feel like that I've got a lot of diagnoses that I do take into account.
Yeah, you said that right.
Yep. That I do take into account in myself. And I've dealt with a lot of what I feel is
I've been down. I've dealt with a lot of people.
Yep.
I've been down the road.
Looked at many different avenues. Looked at my life from all the angles I could see.
Okay, you didn't rhyme.
Yeah, exactly.
You should have rhymed there, and you didn't.
Point is.
Oh, it's more of a progressive song.
Yes.
Like I don't have to rhyme.
That's right.
I don't have to make it flow. I'm gonna go with my own.
It's gonna go from here to there, to here to there, but it's all circular, baby. Anyway.
Yes, this is the party line.
Yes.
So if you don't want the party line, you probably shouldn't.
The point is being able to.
I just dropped the links, y'all. If you want to join and talk about or add something to it.
Well, because I see it from a different.
I just dropped the link.
I see it from a different perspective, like all the time. I understand it. It is very personal. These diagnoses, things that happen, understanding your mind. When we begin to understand how our mind actually works, our physiology, our person, our human, we can either give ourselves excuses or we can give ourselves empowerment. Right? True. That's basically the way I see it. And look, there are some diagnoses that are worse than others. There are some that are going to take way more work to take control of. And some things you may never control. That's simply the embodiment you embodied.
Peter says, I wake up this morning and I had blue in my toes, and I got a headache, and I smoked a Mary Jane. I felt the blues. He's doing some more progressive blues. Like that doesn't rhyme at all. Just kidding. Woke up this morning and I had a Mary Jane. I mean, me too. I woke up. We woke up at like 6. I think we slept in.
Today we actually
that was 6 o'clock.
Dude, we woke up at 6.
Like that's our sleeping in, 6 a.m.
Between 4 and 5.
And then
is our like,
we got out of bed. Norma went to get the eggs.
I would have let
But
the
she
birds
fell in the
out.
mud instead.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
like,
anyway, no,
yeah.
she did what the birds are the chickens.
Yes.
We just got, they're starting to lay, like they're
They're my
finally
little ladies.
starting to
And look,
lay eggs.
sometimes right at 6 a.m. It's not like I put a time on when I let them out. I put a time on myself, understanding the timing and like life and how it
Probably is the
works.
weed.
But like between okay, because I will look when's the sun rising. They're not going to come out of there before, you know what I mean? Like, but at 6 o'clock at least so far has been a fairly consistent time for them in where we live, where we exist, and when the sun rises, and like how much time they'd be in the dark if or no. Anyway,
Nobody
point
gets
is exactly. So yes, I seem to have this internal little thing in myself that says
I'm sharing the link again if y'all want to
no later than 6 o'clock.
join. So you want to tell them, I think it's a good time to talk about adding producers.
Yes. All of you producers come in waves of
The show is people powered.
Yes.
That means if you guys want to give time, talent, and treasure.
Yep.
Time meaning giving the time to share our podcast, to add people.
To comment. To
talent
be here.
meaning you have the talent to add something to the show. Maybe you take some clips, you know how to work on the internet, you know how to do things and share it out in little clips or whatever. Or you have artwork you want to donate and show us. We're down for that. I'm really welcoming that.
Dude, if my thumbnails come from you, you are credited.
And then treasure. What does treasure mean?
Treasure means any way that you contribute monetarily.
Yes.
That doesn't necessarily mean dollars, but if you are monetarily,
but if you have dollars
yourself,
to give, please
that's
check
right.
the link tree on our name right there. You see it at the bottom of the screen, bottom left. In
if
our
you have
screen.
dollars and no time, please linktr link.tre. Nope, linktr
dot .ee.
Yeah.
/
Psychic Shaman
333. Yep. All right, everybody. I think we are going to wrap it up. Thank you all for being here. I think we had a few people listening for a while. Yeah. Thank you all for being here. We'll be back whenever we'll be back, which will be soon.
You know.
But we love you all. Thank you all for
right.
being here. And I think that's the 3rd time I've said that. But it means something. Y'all hung around. Y'all waited. Y'all laughed. Y'all talked shit. Good. Good.
That's right. Have your opinions. Have your thoughts.
Yes.
Have your ideas.
Place the word. This is a mini class. This is I teach a class, but this is one that's like for beginners. So I'm glad you all showed up. Much love. Talk to you soon.
We love you all.